I have a lot of kids approach me at the gym and ask me if they have what it takes to be competitive in bodybuilding. They'll maybe even take their shirt off and show me their physique and ask me if they could turn pro one day. It's hard to say. Like, even if someone were to approach me with my physique of 10 years ago, like, I honestly would have no idea because it's just too early to tell. First of all, your muscles have to be developed to a certain point to really know if you have what it takes. Not to mention, beyond the physical and the genetics and all that, bodybuilding is more of a mental sport. Like, throughout the years, I've seen so many people come and go. Like, they think they want it, but when they actually start implementing what they need to do, you know, the consistent amount of clean food and the calories you got to put in, not just a day, not just a week, for months and months to come, and the workouts, the progressive overload, all that stuff, they quickly realized maybe they didn't want it as much as they thought they did. And the ones that are still here, like after 5 years, 10 years, are the ones who just truly love it, or the ones who have seen success throughout the years enough to where it's become a lifestyle or maybe their job. Just finished preparing meal 3, which is going to be some steak here and mochi. It's basically rice packed into solid cubes. You can get the raw type, which is soft from the start, or you can have this hard type, which is almost like a hard dried pasta. For the hard ones, you just put it in the toaster and then it kind of softens it up. What was that food that the hobbits eat in Lord of the Rings? It's almost like you take
bread?
Yeah, the calories add up easily with this, so when you're bored of eating rice all day, sometimes it's nice to throw in some mochi. Which is kind of strange to say because in the end this is rice as well, but what I do is I'll put some soy sauce on and I'll add some honey in, which adds even more carbs. Yeah, this is a very calorie dense meal. I'm gonna eat this and head off to the gym. Yeah, so my coach sent me a new training menu and it hasn't been a week yet, so I don't have the overall feel of what it's like. So during today's shoulder and chest workout, I'm not gonna be filming a lot. I wanna focus on the overall flow and feel of it, so. So just finished my second routine, which were dumbbell lateral raises. I want to give you guys a quick tip before we move on to the next movement. So yeah, if I were to teach lateral raises, which is a pretty common movement, but I see a lot of people doing it wrong, and a few little tips, a few little tweaks can make it a lot better. So again, if I were to teach you, I'd start with, of course, a strong, firm base about shoulder width. From there, I'd kind of flare my lats a little bit, turn my shoulders internally, rotate, and from here, you want to move your chest up. It's like a chest up movement, like when you do a bench press. That way, as you can see, the traps immediately are hidden. It's a lot easier to engage your side delts this way without engaging your traps. And from here, you should already feel a stretch on your side delts. So from here, all you're gonna do is just lift the dumbbells just like that. And as they say, you want your pinky to be up and your thumb to be down at the top of the movement. It's just when people hear those instructions, they tend to emphasize the pinky a little too much. Typically what you want to do is you want to have a circular motion. You want to bring your fist as far away from your body as possible. The problem is when you emphasize trying to go as far as possible from your pinky, you end up engaging your back a lot, especially the traps. It's really easy for a scapula to kind of go up like that when you emphasize the pinky too much. So what I teach is completely disengage the pinky and this finger, and use these 3 fingers. And with these 3 fingers, just try to emphasize going as far as possible in a circular motion. That way, it's a lot easier to keep the scapula depressed or lowered and to fully engage the lateral delts. A simple emphasis of just changing the way you grip the dumbbells is night and day. So try it out, let me know in the comments. I think you'll be surprised. I think you'll like it.
I wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you.
So for the next movement, we're gonna do some dumbbell shrugs, which might make you wonder, like, why the heck would you do shrugs on a shoulder chest day? Just let me explain. There's a method to the madness. So whenever you want to target a specific part of your body, the way I think is, what is the best exercise I can to efficiently do so? And that's how I normally operate, but sometimes you just need some shock treatment. There's only so much weight you can really swing with lateral raises or dumbbell presses or whatever, like rear delt flies. So sometimes, like in this case, just to shock treat the shoulders, we're gonna use some heavy dumbbells and do some shrugs, which will indirectly hit the shoulders and will contribute in the overall roundness and fullness of the shoulder. I think for the past 2 years or so, I've been including dumbbell shrugs into my shoulder routines. And it's been working, so.
Don't do well, I'ma make hella sure that
So we have one chest movement left, which is gonna be cables. We're gonna use the cable machine, and we're gonna scoop up one chest at a time. As you may have noticed, today's chest workout all revolves around the upper chest. So I have another day in the week where I hit mainly mid and lower chest. In total, I hit the chest twice a week. So it is quite a bit of volume and frequency. But like I said earlier, this is my first time doing this routine, so I can't give a full-on report on how it's like. But so far, it's pretty brutal. Like yesterday, I did legs, and it wasn't pretty. I went home. I sat down and was doing some work on the computer, and I forgot that I did leg day. So my son called me for something. I immediately stood up, and my legs just cramped up, and I was screaming in pain. Everyone was laughing. They thought it was funny, but it wasn't funny at all. It was pretty terrifying, to be honest. But
I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want.
not bad. Got a juicy chest and shoulder pump. Let's go. My favorite fitness couple. Legends. Won his first show and just thought he thinks he's the shit now, so he retired.
Yeah, eating is the battle.
That's what they all say. I started today's video with like they say they want it, but in the end they realize they don't want it. Yeah, exactly. How much do you want? How bad do you want it? Rachel asked me a question in her video, so I'll ask her the same question. What are your goals for 2025?
2025. Turning IFBB Pro 2025.
Alright.
Pro before 30. Nice.
Hashtag Pro before 30. That's a good one, yeah.
Hashtag for the year 30.
Now you just told everyone their age.
I know.
No, all we know is she isn't 30 yet.
Oh, that's true. No, I think now it's
a bit obvious.
Cats out of the bag.
Well, I could take it out. No, I'm not gonna take it out. You gotta respect the people that can say it out loud, because once you say it, people are gonna call you out if you can't pull it off. So
I don't know. It's like in the States, like everyone says their age.
They do.
And then they're like, life really begins at 30, like 30 and thriving. But then in Japan, no one says their age.
That's
like
true.
Once they're past 30, like no one says their age.
They'll say their blood type before they say their age.
Exactly.
It's like that's the. But whatever, I don't even know if I know my blood type.
We looking out for the opposition, we don't do this for mass appeal. Don't make me blast it still. I put in work, no fly in the mirror. They want me to lose, but I can't. Mama shed like 1,000 tears. I can't do that shit to waste. I pull up in Mercedes. Next year you gon' see me pull up in the race. All I do ball hard. Mama told me, boy, make sure you tie up your legs. Hey, when I was down bad, boy, I got on my knees. I started.